Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Kill la Kill episode 13 review. Now, let me say a few things before I get started, right? First of all, I do plan on doing that whole topic about the clothing Kill la Kill and the nudity. That I will do a video for in the future at some point. I mean, probably like give or take like on Monday, probably. That's number one. Number two is that this is going to be one of my sloppiest videos ever. Now, why is that? Because I had 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds of sleep. A lot of zeros. So right now I'm feeling real groggy. I'm feeling I'm doing everything I can to somehow like stay awake, because when you have 0 hours, 0 seconds, 0 minutes of sleep, shit just happens. Shit just happens. So fuck it. Alright, you get what you get. Did I just pour water on my face? Fuck yeah, I did. Ugh. Woo! Alright, fine. So I'm here. That's number 2. Okay? Number 3 is that this episode of Kill la Kill, episode 13, I was emphasis was alright. I was gonna do a live stream. I'm sorry, a live reaction. But I decided not to because A, I'm tired of shit, and B, it takes a lot of editing to do, and C, because I don't want to milk the shit out of it, right? I've done a lot of live streams. I want to make them like rare occasions, that kind of stuff. Like when I see something like really, truly like holy shit, like, you know, or when I hear it's like, then I may do live reaction, but, you know, like, there's no real structure to live reactions. I just do them sometimes, right? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, then, you know, then that's the way it is. Because they're like really long. They're really long. So, I'll leave it at that, alright? Now, that being said, the episode itself is actually really fucking surprising on a lot of levels. The main one being the fact that Ryuko lost, but not just in the sense that she lost the battle, ran away, and still could come back for a second time round. No, it's she lost, period. Alright? It's Senketsu being destroyed by the purple scissor blade that Nui Harime had. And I don't know where the red one is. I think the red one she may have taken. The other half of the scissor blade, I'm not too sure, because they didn't show. But Nui Harime beat her, and it was real easy. But also, it's the simple fact that Ryuko, she wasn't like at full power. Ryuko, she was so hesitant because she saw what had happened when she got really angry, and she turned into like this mutant thing. And she states that apparently Senketsu was crying, which I couldn't really like, you know, see. But apparently that's the case. Apparently Senketsu was crying like the entire time, like a little fucking bitch. Yeah, Ryuko, yeah, like he's a rugrat. Dun, 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 dun. Where the fucking theme music was? Playing around like miniature like T-Rex and shit, going going on journeys. And by the way, a side note, like the Rugrat parents were like some of the worst fucking parents in history. They were damn terrible. They let their kids go on like adventures and shit. I'm like, yo, where the hell are the parents? Like, let's go, man. Like, what are you doing, pops? Like that sandbox is fucking dangerous, bro. It is lethal. Ugh. All right. Okay. Alright. Fucking sandbox and shit. It's fucking wet. Why is it wet? Oh yeah, fucking water. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, Senketsu was crying. Apparently was. Fuck it. That's the way it is. Now, the next thing. Fucking Satsuki's mom is epic, dude. Like, when she was coming up the elevator and like the rainbow lights were getting sucked in before she even got to their level. And you see the dudes, they all look the same for some weird reason, but they all came prepared. They're all rocking like the heavy shades because they know who's coming up. Then she comes up, and before she gets out of the elevator, she says, like, gentlemen, tell me, what is clothing? Like clothing is humanity's first sin. And I'm like, or something like that, like mankind's first sin. That's my title, by the way. My title, humanity's first sin. That was awesome. How after they said that, in all unison, she comes out. She, has the same like stopping of the heels thing that we see Satsuki do all the damn time. So we know where Satsuki got that whole stopping of the heel thing from. Her mom, because her mom, she's very dominant. And the thing about it is that like she be one crazy dominatrix, man. I mean, like she wouldn't wear like the all black and shit, like like the normal black and like the black heels and the black. No, she have all types of colors going on. You couldn't even stare. Like, oh my god, whoa, the power! No, don't step on me. No, do it. Step on me, please. What's your name again? Fuck, forgot her name. What's her name? What's her name? Ragyō. There you go. Yeah. Ragyō. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind, alright? I'm gonna pull a Mr. Pink right now. I like him a little bit seasoned. Fuck it. Alright? I wouldn't mind Miss Ragyō stepping on me. Fuck it. I'll be like, whatever. Just like, whatever, right? Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. Alright? I don't know what I'm talking about, but whatever. The thing here is that she comes out and she's like, yo. She's like, yo. Well, no, she didn't say yo, but basically she is letting us know that clothing has a much deeper meaning in the sense that clothing is apparently mankind's first sin, in which after mankind ate the fruit of knowledge, they went from the naked, nude apes to being ashamed of their nudity. So they took leaves and took vines to cover themselves up. And that was humanity's first sin, clothing. So like it's surprisingly deep. I'm like, really? Like we're going biblical here. Like we're pulling out the Holy Bible. Like, oh, like fucking page 1. It's some deep shit on like the first fucking page. You're like, dude, like that's crazy. So, well, no, like page like 3 or 4 or 10, whatever the fucking page was, I don't know. But still, like it's biblical and I like it. And then comes Satsuki, because like after she has the meeting with basically the Elite Four, because they all get like new Goku uniforms, but they don't have the 3 stars yet. They have their 1-star Goku uniforms that have been like remodded as like jerseys. And from what I understand here is that they're gonna get their new 3-star Goku uniforms in the future once Iori actually tweaks them to the specifications that are now of the newer models, because they all have like new model like 1-star Goku uniforms, but the Elite Four are gonna get like their new 3 stars later on. But I'll get that real soon about the whole meeting thing. But basically, what's important to know here, that's very quintessential, is that when it comes to Kiryuin Satsuki and her mom Ragyō, they talk about this whole covers thing, and this to me just trim me out because my bed's right here. Honestly, these covers right now looking real good. All right, like you couldn't even, if you had like someone like Beyonce in front of me and like she was naked and she was like, yo, like King, fuck me. I'll be like, no, like I really want to go to fucking bed because these covers are looking way too good. Like, these covers are looking better than any pussy in the world right now. That's how tired I am. Okay? It's insane. And I still need to edit this video. Then I need to upload the video, make the thumbnail. I need to edit the damn video on the YouTube, put the title, then put the links, and then put the you know, tags. I'm like, ah, like, some people just don't realize how much effort can go into one video. Like I'm Lil Wayne. Alright. Okay, so moving on. The thing here is that apparently this whole cover thing is to blanket the world, humanity, and the heavens. Now, humanity and the world, I see where they're going. I see exactly what they're doing here. Because, well, humanity, well, the world in the sense of humanity, because I doubt that animals are going to start wearing, like, you know, like clothes and shit. But humanity, yeah. Because, like, I don't see Kill la Kill having a rhino in, like, a pink dress anytime soon. Maybe they will. I don't know. I don't see it. But here's the thing, though. The thing here is that they, Revox, the corporation, and of course the CEO, Ragyō, own 90%, or yeah, they own 90% of the shares of all clothing. Or basically, 90% of all the clothes stems from Revox. Let's put that, like, you know, make it real simple. And their goal is probably to have 100%. So that would imply Earth and mankind. The heavens. Now we start looking at some Tengen Toppa stuff, right? The drill that will pierce the heavens. The clothes that will cover the heavens. I'm just saying, is that if we all of a sudden go on some like galactical shit, alright? Like we're competing with a Galactus. Like we have planets being covered in, like, you know, blankets of clothes. Or we have, you know, like, something of that nature. Because I don't know what you could do. Because with the whole piercing the heavens thing and the drill, that was kind of, like, after, like, the midway point in the actual series of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, there was a new enemy established, the Anti-Spirals, and they were on a, like, a universal scale here. There has been no enemy established in this series wherein which they are on a universal scale. So, and we're at the halfway mark. So the heavens may just be an exaggerated term. But at the same time, it's the makers of Tengen Toppa, and this series so far has been pretty damn insane. So we'll see where it goes with the whole heavens thing. Maybe like on some planetary stuff, I don't know. But galaxies being thrown around like frisbees, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I just don't. But still, that's important to keep in mind. And also how Ragyō actually knew that Nui was there, and Nui, when Sassi left, Nui was right there in the seat, and she was like, okay, so I'm gonna go. And then Ragyō gave Nui a warning, told her, don't piss off my daughter too much, otherwise you're gonna pay the price. And Nui says, well, you know what, I want to see her go all out, so you wouldn't mind that at all, would you? And then she starts to laugh. So there are plays being made on opposite ends of the spectrum here, right? We have Sasuke making her own plays, because she's still going the whole, you know, Tri-City School, like the Tri-City Schools trip. She's still doing that, obviously. And it's taking place like the day after tomorrow, in their time. But Ragyō has her own plans. That, to me, is very obvious. And what she's planning may be even bigger than what Sasuke's planning. And it probably is, to be honest. So, I don't really know what she has in mind, Miss Ragyō. Because, you know, again, the whole covers plan, I think it's more than just simply owning every piece of clothing on the planet. I think it's way more than that. I think it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but like they're doing something that should be reminiscent of Tengen Toppa in some way when it comes to overall scale. Now, when it comes to the beginning of the episode, we see like the groups, and like the main three schools that they're gonna target right now are Osaka, or I'm sorry, the main three cities, and the schools in these cities are Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe. So when it comes to these three cities, I believe that these three cities must have schools that have at least a few members of Nudie Speech, because you know how the professor, I forgot his name again. Like his name always escapes me. Like it begins with an M. I forgot what it is, but basically, he has assimilated himself into Honyoji Academy. He snuck in, and he works for Nudie Speech. Now, this may apply to the other schools in this region too, and maybe Satsuki's aware of that. But also, a part of their plan, Satsuki and Ragyō, is when they actually do have all these schools and all these cities under control, the quote-unquote nude apes will come out of hiding. So, you know, Nudie Beach. And, like, again, like, in this series, it's this whole struggle of clothing versus, you know, nudity. It's impurity versus purity. Because apparently nudity is, when you take into context what was said in the episode by Ragyō, since clothing is humanity's first sin, clothing itself would be impure, and being nude is being pure. It's who you are, and you know, because that when you take away the clothes and, you know, the shoes and all that stuff, that is who you are. You are pure. You are nude. You are the way God designed you with no covers. Nudie Speech represent. Maybe one day, when I got like an 8-pack and like a V and I'm like real chisel. Okay, maybe one day might go, you know, jogging around Nudist Beach, like, yeah, Nudist Beach, like, yeah, and spread my wings and shit. I don't know. I would love to do that. If I was like really good looking, if I had like an 8-pack, I would so do that every chance I had to. Love it. Alright. But fuck it. Or the next best thing, a Speedo. Either way. The thing here is that when they had the whole, like, King of the Hill thing going on to choose, like, the best people to represent them and want to be like the 4 kings plus Ryuko and so on and so forth, we see, like, a lot of people, and I did notice that. We see a lot of people when it comes to, like, the people that Ryuko's going to send there. I'm sorry, Sasuke's going to send over to the other seats to take him over. There's a lot of people there, and I don't think they should have like a lot less people because they went through this whole process of eliminating the fuckers that weren't worthy. So, but it's still like a lot of students, but they're ready, and hopefully we get to see some stuff from the other schools. Hopefully they're not like bitches or they were excluded because of, you know, this particular reason, because she did say in one day she could take it over. But I want to hopefully, I want to say that there's like a misjudgment in like maybe a few schools in Osaka. Like maybe Osaka has like a few like really powerful schools, and they ain't going down without like a fight in like 1 or 2 days, maybe like a week or something. That'd be really cool to see. But aside from that, the episode rating overall, I thought it was a great episode. I really did. Not amazing, but I thought it was great. And I did really like the character development of Ryuko, and that's the main thing. Ryuko, well, at least when it comes to the main character in this sense, she had a lot of character development in this episode, where in which we see her for like the first time genuinely struggle with her and Senketsu. Their bond that was very strong is now starting to suffer, and it was because not that she's afraid of Senketsu, but she's afraid of herself, because she saw what she did with her anger alone. And when it came to her interacting with the fake Nuiharume, that the guy who was posing as, I think his name was, her fake name was Shinjaro, something like that. That was also intriguing how he was saying how you are, because even though she was fake, I mean, even though the guy was fake and it was actually Nuiharume, what he was saying, it kind of has a lot of merit. It kind of holds a lot of weight. Where in which Ryuko is like the only person that's actually willing to stand up to the Kiryurins, to Satsuki, in like their main base, at least Satsuki's main base, Honyoji Academy. And she's like a revolutionary, and she will inspire others to follow her in this path, so they can, because the way Honyoji Academy is now, I would assume that it's not the case when it was first created. But now it's like a military school where they train where it's like they have like the classes look like barracks in a way. They really do. Or not barracks. They look like very like a military style setting sometimes. At least that's what I pick up on. But it's just that what she was saying, it does hold merit there. In that whole, like, she's revolutionary, she can inspire others to follow her in her suit, and so on and so forth. So that's some weight. And at the end of the day, her being tricked and her going out of the way to save this one individual that she thought she was going to save winds up being her arch nemesis at this point in time, Nuharime. And it's like, oh shit, so it's Nuharime. I need to go fight her, but I can't because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of my own powers. I'm afraid of my anger. I'm afraid of what I could do to Senketsu. And that fear was just holding her back to the point where she gets beaten quite easily. And Senketsu actually gets ripped apart. And Satsuki's going to take the pieces over to Eri. And they're going to incorporate it in some people of the army so they can gather data on their Tri-City trip. So, when it comes to Ryuko, it's massive. When it comes to her character development. And when it comes to Ragyō, that to me, that's part I like the most. Because it's just deep. It's surprisingly deep. It's surprisingly biblical. Like, seriously, like, biblical. Fuck. Biblical. Who would have thought that they would make clothes biblical? But they did. And Ragyō and Kiryu, when those two were standing face to face, and it was shining and shit, like, dan, 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 I'm like, oh my god, like, it's whoa. Like, the auras these two emit. And the plans and the schemes in the background that we have yet to actually, you know, find out the full detail of. But the whole covers thing being revealed. And, like, that whole shit was actually very good in my opinion. So, that being said, there are two things that I really did like. And of course, with the usual fast pace, and of course it's usually very funny, as always. And it was funny, moderately funny, not as funny, and actually not as over the top as usual, which I was surprised about. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as over the top as it, you know, normally is. But that being said, it still is a great episode of Kill la Kill. So the pacing, again, fast as all hell. Story progression, there was progression of story quite a bit, because now we're actually on like we are on the Tri-City trip going on here, and Ryuko is done. Senketsu is ripped apart. Nuharime is like, she's pretty much lost interest in Ryuko completely. So that'll give Ryuko some time to actually, you know, train and do something to get back into gear. Because she's holding a piece of something, and I don't know what it is. It's a part of Senketsu, but I don't know like how much, like maybe 30% life fibers. No, well, that part is like 100 life fibers. But like, are they gonna do something with that? New to speech, I don't know. We'll see. But there was story progression and a lot of character development for mainly Ryuko and for Ragyō. Alright, the CEO of Revox. So I'm done. King Lightning. The chapter rating overall, the episode rating overall, once again, great. You know, great plus. Let's bump it up. Great plus. And I will see you guys later. Be sure to, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. I'm going to go in the covers. I'm a man of covers. That's the way it is. No, I need to edit this shit first. Then I need to go in the covers. Peace. Have a nice day. And I will see you some point either in the weekend or on Monday for the discussion video that I planned for Kill la Kill, where the clothing has a deeper meaning in the story overall. Have a nice day. Or no, I'm sorry, the nudity. There we go. Like the nudity and the ecchi scenes, that stuff. Okay, yeah, there we go. Peace. Have a nice day.